but he ignored his wife and son in favor of giving the dragonrider a second bow. "Please forgive my son's enthusiasm, honored rider. He is overeager to begin his training." "Oh? He's a candidate?" The dragonrider's gaze turned calculating. "Congratulations on both your choosing and your birthday. Have you ever ridden a dragon, I wonder? I know a few." Before the mayor's son could stammer out an answer, the dragonrider turned back to the boy's father. "I imagine he'll know a few himself soon enough." Something ugly flickered behind his eyes. "If he lives." Before the mayor could respond, the rider swung out his arms again to encompass the hall and tilted his head. A bow, if observers felt generous, an insult, if not. "I am Jamie Filane, rider of the dragon Tiendremos of Yagrahai." He pointed a finger toward the ceiling in case any might be obtuse enough to miss the importance of that second introduction. "Tiendremos would say hello himself, but this is meant as a friendly visit. For now." For a few long seconds, the mayor found his mouth too dry for speech. Belsaor pinched his leg hard to snap him out of it. "It is our pleasure to welcome you, honored rider," Aiden Edorel said. "Although I admit to some confusion that you and Tiendremos should present yourselves here instead of at Aldegon's creche. To what do we owe your visit?" "Treason," Jamie said amiably. The rough edges of the banquet guests' initial shock had hardly worn smooth by that point, but the crowd had been making an admirable effort. People whispered about the dragonrider, speculations on his origins, appraisals of his clothing, questions about his dragon. All that gossip stopped with that single word, replaced with stunned silence. "Treason." Mayor Edorel's throat moved as he swallowed air. Jamie flinched. No reason for such a flinch made itself obvious. Then the dragonrider straightened, and his eyes began glowing as if lightning arced inside them. Perhaps that was the truth, because electricity jumped around his bracers, played over his fingertips. An intangible presence descended upon the rider, taking up all the space in the room, smothering and terrible. "Is it not treason?" Tiendremos the dragon asked, using Jamie's mouth. "To give aid and succor to those who have acted against your betters. Queen Neveranimus is sorely disappointed." "We would never!" someone in the crowd called out before a wiser soul silenced them. Agitated whispers rose once more. "Quiet!" Mayor Edorel yelled at everyone but the dragonrider. "All of you, clear the room, now. Guards, please escort everyone outside." "But the dragon!" It was unclear who'd shouted the protest. The mayor's wife, Belsaor, slammed the table as she stood. "We have always served the dragons in exchange for their protection, and they have always provided. We will see justice done here." She put a hand on her husband's shoulder as she addressed the guests. "You have nothing to fear except insulting these honored guests. Now please go, with our apologies." Aiden took her hand, kissed the knuckles. "You too, Belle. Take our son with you." "Father!" "No," Mayor Edorel said. "I promise I'll make it up to you later. Do as you're told." The quick departures left the two men alone in the vast hall. Aiden Edorel turned back to the rider. Lightning still arced over his body as he channeled his dragon's will. The mayor lowered his head to the table in submission. He then raised his chin enough to talk. "Your Eminence, I implore you to provide me with more information. Please tell me who in Seven Crests has been so brazen, so faithless as to act against our guardians." "You did," the dragon growled. 15 years ago, all you had to do was execute one insignificant human. Instead, you hid her. You protected her.